Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome in, guys. We're going to take a look at December 2025 and what it has in store for you. This is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. Roles can be reversed. Um, Hopefully, I know it's the first week of December. Hopefully, you guys have been surviving. Hopefully, you guys have had a good birthday celebrations, as it is Sagittarius season. So we're going to look at what you don't see coming in the month of December, what you don't see coming. All right, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. You got the Hierophant here. There may be something that you may be deciding to give less towards something that you once felt like you wanted it to be a like certain tradition, responsibility. There's something here. Now, this could be number one, you not investing time in things that you feel like are a waste of time. Number two, kind of switching things up when it comes to what you feel is traditional values. There's something here that I feel like you're changing. I know the Hierophant is in the upright, but I do feel like there is a change in that. And so some of you may be looking at certain things that you once valued and are deciding to kind of switch some things up. You may be even placing more value on certain things as opposed to other things, like whatever's not fruitful. And this was like my way of thinking. I'm no longer going to go towards that. I'm going to go towards this because this seems like it's working out for me. And this could be really anything that you place any type of value towards. What else for Sag? You have the Knight of Cups here. You also have the Four of Wands. Somebody may be initiating something heartfelt towards you. I don't want to say like, ooh, there's going to be a relationship. I don't think it is that deep. I feel like it's the start of something. Possibly stabilizing. You have the Six of Swords here that is reflecting something that may have been kind of difficult that you were dealing with when it came to another person. But I do feel like here with the Six of Swords being in the reverse, that either A, this person is coming back, or B, this person is sticking around. I don't feel like they ever left. I feel like they've always been there. Even if you guys had some sort of distance, yeah, even if like emotional exchanges kind of just stopped or just feels delayed, it just feels like there's a new cycle that you guys are entering into with that Wheel of Fortune here. And so it's like the initiation of more heartfelt gestures. But I still feel like this is like slow movement. I don't feel like it's like rushing into anything. I know I know the Knight of Cups is there, but I also don't feel like it's a rush. I feel like it's just like the start of trying to add stability towards something that may have been difficult between you and another individual. What else for Sag in December? You have the Nine of Cups here in the reverse. You also have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. What is that? Two of Swords in the reverse. Huh. For some of you, I feel like you're recognizing a place where you felt not fulfilled. You felt, or you could feel like this right now, because with this Nine of Cups in the reverse, it's like this is when you're not finding comfort in things that you would normally do, and it's almost like you're looking outside of yourself. But what I'm actually seeing is something here to where it's like you are finally starting to notice this month, the month of December, and taking acknowledgement for things that maybe you might have been telling yourself a lie. little white lie. Like maybe I don't care, or maybe, I don't need to be around this. Some of you may have been in hermit mode and are now coming out of hermit mode because you are being honest with yourself in relation to possibly need, like, well, I don't want to say needing, wanting others in your life, whether that is family, whether that's friends, whether that is a lover. I just feel like there's something here that I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I feel like you were depriving yourself of this. Like you did this to yourself. You chose it for yourself. And that doesn't mean like, oh, somebody walked away, but it's your fault. No, because sometimes I have people in the comments and it's like it goes straight over your head. Sometimes we can choose to um kind of put ourselves out in the cold. I mean, I know that the Five of Pentacles is not here, but sometimes we can put ourselves out because of certain situations that didn't work out for us, and we're looking at things in a different light instead of looking at what we could be moving towards. I do feel like there's a softening that's happening though. You have the Nine of Wands here in the reverse. And so you're no longer taking the approach of like having to defend yourself, having to because Nine of Wands in the upright is victim. And not saying that you're the victim, but it could very well be like I keep to myself because I can't trust people. I keep to myself because people disappoint me. I just feel like you're changing that narrative. And that kind of goes along with this. It goes kind of right back to that, to where there is a softening. There is less of you feeling like you can't trust people and more of like wanting to be hopeful that there are people out there in the world, possibly even right under your nose, that you can trust, that you can be vulnerable with, that you can be open with. And so I just feel like there's just a shift. There's a shift in your ideals, honestly. All right. Anything else for Sag of what you don't see coming? Two of Wands in the reverse, Queen of Pentacles. Once was lost and now I'm found. If some of you felt as though you didn't know what direction to go in, almost feeling directionless, almost feeling lost, I do feel like that completely shifts for you in the month of December. Probably once we are out of all of these planets going direct, all of these, like, I mean, honestly, it's like all the planets are going direct kind of almost at the same time. So you have that. We're getting out of the post shadow of Mercury retrograde. So that will take into effect, and it does make things much more clearer for you. And I feel like you're also starting to feel more balanced, more on solid ground. There's something in relation to you putting feet to earth or finding certain mechanisms in order to assist you with being more grounded. So, I mean, I like this for y'all, for the what you don't see coming. I just feel like you're looking at like it's almost like that feeling of how can I make this better? What was I wrong on? What can I change? How can I become more fulfilled? And sometimes it's not just about being fulfilled in self. And sometimes being fulfilled in self is allowing yourself to be vulnerable and allowing people in. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I do feel like there is a loneliness that's here. For some of you, not for everybody. For some of you, you've just been so hyper independent and on your own and on your look at that as I'm talking, the Two of Cups pops out because, and it's not just love. I just feel like it's the time to have kindred souls. And sometimes that looks like friends, and sometimes that looks like lovers. But I think it's your time now. So, all right, let's go on to career. Career and money for Sagittarius. What's going on in December for career and money? You have the Ten of Cups here. You also have the Five of Swords in the reverse. Okay. There's something that you're doing. You're feeling very content about it. Like you're trying to find happiness in it. You're trying to avoid any type of little conflicts. There's not really there. I mean, you know what this feels like? Harmony. There's something here in relation to either your creativity or something that, work related that you do where there's harmony that's being restored on your day to day. Yeah, look, Two of Pentacles, like having a better handle on things feeling smooth again. Give me more. Also with your finances too, I feel like there's a balancing in finances, like you being able to handle things a little bit more. I don't know if there's going to be an increase. I'll definitely take a look, but I do feel like a sigh of relief to where it's not as heavy on you to where you don't feel like you have a grasp on it. I feel like you're finally starting to have a grasp on the money situation. You have the Two of Swords here in the reverse. You also have the Nine of Swords. You're going to recognize, or like it's almost like one day you're doing something and you're like, huh, I'm not as stressed out as I was before. You're going to notice the energy shift within you. I mean, it's pleasant. Honestly, it is. But you're not stressed out. I don't feel like you're very stressed. And honestly, it makes sense because I just said that things are going a lot more smooth for you. So, you know, we definitely don't want to be in the Nine of Swords. That's the worst. To me, that is the worst card in the deck. You have the King of Wands here in the reverse. You also have the Five of Cups. Hold on. Two of Cups. For some of you, okay, this is what I will say. Shit. Oh, okay, love is popping up into your career reading. This, whose reading was like that? Sagittarius. I mean, not Sagittarius, Aries. I did Aries members. I did their reading for the rest of December and it popped up very similar to what I am seeing. So some of you may have um Aries in your chart or maybe dealing with an Aries. However, I do feel that for some of you, there may have been a time period, or currently there's a time period here where there's a love situation that you may be grieving. And because of that, it kind of brings down your desire to really do much, your desire to really do. What I will say is this, for those that are going through this, and that's not discounting what I just said about work being smoother, because what I'm about to say still brings us back to what I just said. Um, the healing is happening, and I will say that you're going to feel better. I will say that you are going to uh feel as though um well, I don't know. I think there is some hope that's here. For some of you, it wasn't a clean break. Whatever the situation was, it was not a clean break. You have the World card in the reverse. A part of you still knows that it's unresolved, it's unfinished business. It is going to come back around to you. However, that does not negate you still feeling grief. I do feel like you have the Queen of Wands here in the reverse as well. Normally, I would not like this card, but I do feel like it does help you eventually get out of kind of allowing what has happened in your love life to trickle into your work life. This is fake it till you make it. Now, that does not mean not to process your feelings. Process those feelings. But when you're at work, I need you to pour into your work. Okay? Pour into your work. But you have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. You also have the Three of Swords. You're having to fake it until you make it. And I do feel like there's healing in the background. Everybody don't need to know your business. Tell people that you trust if you are going through that grieving period. Yeah. And this does not have to necessarily be like a lover. This could just be somebody that you care about and you guys are no longer on the up and up. You guys are no longer in good standings. And so some of you are having to grieve letting go of family members, letting go of best friends, things like that. For some of you, it is love though. But I see the healing there. I feel like your finances are becoming manageable, are being balanced out and handled. That's great, especially in December because we all know it's Christmas time. People buy gifts. So this just lets me know that you're not going to be struggling when it comes to having to, if you want to give, if you have children, things like that. However, work is going to help with the healing process. Anything else for Sagittarius? You got the King of Cups in the reverse. Okay, I love when I say something and then the cards just confirm what I just said, because I literally just said work is going to help stabilize you. Work is going to help because you're pouring into that. King of Cups in the reverse, Queen of Pentacles. Something that you're having to kind of pull back the energy that you were pouring into, like detaching from the thing that emotionally kind of left you feeling a little bit unbalanced. Work is going to help with bringing that stability. And I feel like there's something here that the more that you're pouring into work, the prouder you are of what you've accomplished towards the end of the month. So, all right. Person on your mind. Let's talk about it. What's going on with the person on Sagittarius's mind in the month of December? Page of Wands in the reverse. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Somebody's pulled back intensity when it comes to, I feel like, communication. And this is something that they do, whoever it is that's on your mind. You have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. You also have the Page of Wands in the reverse. That is Sagittarius and Pisces energy. So this person could have Sag or Pisces in their chart as well. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Eight of Swords. This person is in their head about you. This person is in their head about okay, so this is probably the breakup that I was seeing earlier. This person is in their head about the split. I'm just going to say split because for some of you, it might not be that like break up, but it could just be a separation. I just know there's distance between the two of you. But this person's not handling it great. It's a lot. They're in their head a lot. And that's more than likely the reason why this person pulled back. They're trying to heal from they're trying to heal from this. They're not putting effort into the connection. I don't know if it's a missed opportunity per se, but let's continue looking. How were they thinking and feeling in December? Knight of Wands, Seven of Cups. They're wanting to rush in towards you. Okay, so this person, I feel like they have a lot of confusion. You have the Seven of Cups here. This is reflecting like, I feel like this or that thinking. Like, should I do this? Should I do that? But not really knowing what direction to go in. They just feel this urge to come charging in without clarity. Five of Wands in the reverse, 10 of Cups. They just want things to be less difficult and happier between the two of you. I feel like there was a time period where you guys were really happy and they're wanting to go back to that where things weren't as heavy and it was less challenging. Yeah, right now I feel like they're just holding back. They're not investing into the connection. You could be dealing with a Leo. I feel like this person feels very lost. You have the Two of Wands in the reverse. And I just saw the Page of Cups, which is reflecting them kind of like refusing to mature, refusing to go deep into their emotions, or at least scratching the surface of those emotions. Um, this person is running from how they feel. Mm. This person is very, okay, they're led to you. Like they feel like they're compelled to have to come towards you. You have the Ace of Wands here, but what keeps them from coming towards you is because they see you as the Empress. They see you in your highest, your highest form, that you're elevated, that you're much more elevated than they are. You got Taurus Libra there, you got Gemini for Magician, but they feel like they don't know how to fix things and they don't know how to make this work. Bottom of the deck here is the Three of Wands. It's like they're waiting for something. They're keeping themselves out in the cold with the Five of Pentacles here, because they feel as though with the Six of Wands in the reverse that they're just not, their confidence is pretty low, and I feel like they're allowing their ego and pride to kind of take over instead of softening. But this person feels like they're not done with you, or that your story is not over. They feel like this chapter has not closed out, and they can't close it. They don't know how. You have that World card there, so that's fixed signs. You are recognizing that not just you, but I feel like this person too. You know that the connection in itself needs to be healed. You're not ignoring the elephant in the room. I don't feel like what's interesting about this is I don't feel like from your standpoint that you're running from the emotions. I feel like um, when it comes to this situation, you recognize what needs to be done. And I feel like you're very like you're like I would love to do that. Let's take that leap. Let's jump into something that's scary. I also feel like you've had enough time to think and to search for answers and to actually find those answers as well. You have both air. Well, you had Aries earlier. You got Pisces and Virgo here. So some of you could have that in your chart or be dealing with those signs. You still feel this person on a spiritual level. You guys are spiritually connected. So what can Sagittarius anticipate for, or I guess between, with this connection this month? There will be a stabilization, but there won't be, it's more so, I don't feel like this person is going to just pour out their heart to you, okay? I still feel like this person is going to be a little bit disconnected emotionally, but I see a couple of things here. They're not going to allow the whole structure to be torn down. You have that Tower there, that Scorpio energy. You also have the King of Cups in the reverse and the Death card in the reverse. Their feelings haven't changed for you, but they're also still trying to detach from you. You got Scorpio again. What you should expect next. Okay, there it is. But I feel like this is further on down the line. What you can expect next is like, I don't feel like it's necessarily investing in the connection for the romantic side. What I feel like it's more so of like stabilizing themselves, you stabilizing yourself, and then you see the teamwork with that Three of Pentacles that's there. Okay, so it's independent stability, and then slowly going into team building. Eventually, what I do feel like will happen over time, because this isn't going to be something that is, yeah, look, okay. Geez. Okay. Um, Something that'll happen over time. I don't feel like this is just going to be very quick in December because I feel like a cycle has completely shifted or changed. And so now you guys are needing to do things differently. You have the Seven of Wands here in the reverse. You also have the Two of Cups here, which is reflecting that you guys, there's somebody, well, I think it's both of you actually, because that Two of Cups is there. You both kind of soften towards each other. I also feel like there's less guardedness. And that actually is because there's less pressure. I feel like just somebody was just feeling pressured and that's why they pulled back. But there's less pressure that's there. You have the Three of Cups here, and you also have the Eight of Pentacles. Eventually, over time, because remember, we go from the Three of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles. But first, we have to do the Queen of Pentacles. So we go from independence to slow teamwork, okay, slow growth, slow stabilization, to really putting forth the effort, and then a possible rekindling. Now, Three of Cups could also be that putting effort towards friendship. I don't think it's friendship though, but for some of you it could be like maybe making the friendship stronger. And yeah, moon, star. Yeah. It's interesting. You got the moon to the star. Temperance. Yeah, this is just going to take time. This is one of those things that's going to take time, and I feel like the both of you will go through healing of of not dark, but deeper wounds that are within you. Because it's both sides. It's not just your person, it's you too. There's healing and hope restored. So I mean, I don't feel like all is lost. I do feel like there can be, as long as the two of you are working actively to heal, there can be a reunion, but it is going to take time. Patience. So you have Sagittarius, Cancer, and Aquarius here. Okay. Let's see who's coming towards Sagittarius in the month of December. Who is coming towards Sag in the month of December? Mm. Somebody who pulled away from you that you think it's over. You got Judgment in the reverse. Oh, look at that. Sneaky, sneaky. So you have Judgment in the reverse. You also have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody who either they thought this was over, you thought this was over, because they pulled back from you. They detached emotionally. For some of them, they just felt like they needed to heal parts of themselves. You got Scorpio energy here. But what I think is very interesting is you have the Seven of Swords here, which is, I feel like this person is plotting. I feel like they're going to be very strategic with their come back around or come towards you type of energy. Six of Wands in the reverse, the Moon card in the reverse. Why? Nine of Pentacles. This is somebody who does not want to face their internal shit. I feel like they're running from their internal shit. You got Four of Wands here in the reverse, which is reflecting that there is an instability here, as well as them not wanting to take that first step, because it's like they want to avoid conflict, grief, strife. They're trying to avoid it. They don't want to feel it deeply, because the deeply will let them see that they have thoughts of, they question their value, they question their worth. This person will move out of that energy though. You have the Seven of Wands here in the reverse. You have the Page of Wands. Like they'll get burnt out to the point to where they can't stand their ground anymore. They can't stand their ground when it comes to not wanting to face the truth. That Page of Wands is at least one step towards it. Okay. Inspired step, an inspired initiative. So this is just telling a little bit of their background. You have Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. You have the World card. Yeah, this is, okay. This might be the same person that I just talked about, or a person on your mind. So just, if you're listening to it and you're like, that's the same person, because it sounds like that's what it is. You have that World card in the reverse. This is somebody who feels like they have unfinished business with you. And you know what I just heard from this Seven of Pentacles in the reverse? The grass is not greener. So some of you for this person, they may have felt like if they, stopped investing in you, stopped investing in the connection, then things would be better. And they're realizing that it's not. You got fixed signs there. So what's their intention in the month of December? I personally think it's to wiggle back in. For some of you, you want the wiggling. For others of you, you don't. It's going to be different for all of y'all. I know y'all are going to be in the comments. Six of Cups in the reverse, the Two of Swords. 10 of Cups. Yep. They've been trying to ignore the disconnect. They've been trying to ignore the connection. They can't. Because you're their happiness. You're their 10 of Cups. The intention is to stop ignoring it, to stop having that disconnect. They don't like the disconnect. They want to be happy. Look, an Ace of Swords, they want to be happy. Give me more. For some of you, this person is okay. For some of you, the heart has grown fonder due to the distance. For others of you, this person is actively working on their healing. And as they're going through their healing, they're now recognizing what it is that they truly want. And what they want is you. So that's why they're coming back around towards you. Okay. All right. All signs, their sign. All signs, their sign. If you're dealing with an Aries, the Aries is hanging around, but at the same time, they are very cautious. They haven't gone anywhere. They're just being very observant in relation to what you're doing. They're not taking a leap of faith. They're kind of going against their normal inclination to do so. They're observing. If you're dealing with a Taurus, the Taurus feels like they know that this is just not going to work out. They know that they can't fix things. If you're dealing with a Gemini, the Gemini has stopped putting effort into this because they're stressed out. It could be stressed out about the connection. It could be something else. It could be money related situation, and that's why they've withdrawn. But I feel like there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of sleepless nights. If you're dealing with a Cancer, the Cancer is obsessed with you, like obsessed with you. They feel chained to you. They want that equal give and take exchange. For some of you, you may start to see them do the most, like gift giving, money giving, I don't know, something. But I feel like there is an obsession with you. If you are dealing with a Leo, the Leo will start to soften. I feel like there is some stability. I just spit. There is some stability that's there. That is like they're wanting to make things more stable, but also with autonomy. I feel like I need to stress that, especially because of the Queen of Pentacles. She's very independent. If you were dealing with a Virgo, the Virgo wants to come back to you. They may have left you, but they want to come back to you. They're stuck on you. They haven't moved on. If you are dealing with a Libra, oh, look at that. I just heard the Libra is horny for you. Maybe so. The Libra wants you bad. I feel like you really fire this person up. If you are dealing with a Scorpio, the Scorpio is going to disconnect. They just feel like things are just not progressing in the direction that they want it to go. They want things to be deeper, but it looks like it's not, so they're disconnecting. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, ooh, the Sagittarius definitely feels a very deep connection to you, but they are trying to keep themselves grounded. They don't want to be like batshit crazy. But I feel like they're pretty like overly emotional. But you know what's weird about that is that they may actually come across as being cold because they're trying to keep it together. If you are dealing with a that was Capricorn, the Capricorn hmm, I feel like the Capricorn is they're trying to avoid any type of drama or challenges with you. It's like they pulled back so they could like I don't know why I feel like they're strategizing. Like they're like, okay, I need to pull back and like really figure out I got to get a plan together. Like how is this going to work? How can we fix this? If you're dealing with an Aquarius, although the Aquarius pulled back, I do feel like they're going to be coming out of hermit mode sometime in December. Um, when it happens out of nowhere. You'll be surprised. And if you're dealing with the Pisces does not want to offer up emotion just yet. Like I feel like the Pisces is still holding back, but at the same time, what they do want to offer up is stability. So this might be a slow burner, whoever you're dealing with. All right, Sagittarius, that is what I got for you guys today. I believe y'all had the longest read, but that's okay. It's your birthday. So, thank you guys so much for being here. If you need something more personalized, miatarot.com. Link is in the description box below. If you're watching this on Tuesday the 9th, I have a mini read at 11 a.m., actually in 4 minutes. So hopefully you make it. I was hoping that this would get out earlier, but unfortunately it did not. Anyway, until next time, you guys take care.